Hi guys, it's Marcy Fiorillo here, and today we're going to work through Chapter 7 in your Photoshop text, Typographic Design. In this lesson, you'll learn how to do the following. Use guides to position text in a composition, make a clipping mask from type, merge type with other layers, preview fonts, format text, distribute text along a path, and control type and positioning using advanced features. Today I'm going to show you a couple things. The first thing is how to create a clipping mask from type. Now last week we looked at how to create a mask. A clipping mask is an object or a group of objects whose shape masks other artwork so that only areas that lie within the clipping mask are visible. In effect, you're clipping the artwork to conform to the shape of the object or mask. This week we're going to learn how to do that using the shapes or the letters in our text. It really is a very simple process, but one that's tricky if you have just one little thing out of order. So you really just need a couple of things to create a clipping mask with your type. First of all, a typeface that is thick enough to where you're going to be able to see the image underneath. And then the next thing is you need an image. So I chose the word wine here, and then I found a picture of some grapes that I want to fill in through the text letters. So it's really very simple. You need to have it in this order: your image on top and your text underneath. Be on the image layer, go up to the layers panel and click on the options, go down to create clipping mask, and there you go. That's all there is to it. And now you can see that the image that we created is now filled in underneath the wine. If you want to move it around a little bit so you can get the best part of the image for your text, you can do that as well. To release the clipping mask, you just follow the same process. Click on the options and go down and release the clipping mask, and it goes back. That's all there is to it. Now you've created a clipping mask, and what a cool feature you can add to your designs. The other thing I'm going to show you how to do today is to create type on a path and then add a style to your text. So you should be familiar with creating type on a path from Illustrator, but you can also create type that follows along a path that you create with the pen or shape tool in Photoshop. And just remember, the direction the type follows will depend on the order in which the anchor points were added to the path. Okay, so if you draw from left to right, that's the way your text is going to flow. So in Photoshop, the pen tool is actually right above the type tool. So we're going to select that, and I'm just going to draw a quick kind of curvy path just to illustrate what we're doing here. Nothing fancy. And as you can see, the pen tool works the exact same way as it did in Illustrator, where you just click and drag to make a curved path, otherwise you're going to get jagged edges. Okay, so then you go over and select the type tool, and you move over, and before you click, notice how the cursor will shift to the type on a path cursor. And if you don't have that, you're just going to be creating a new type box underneath the line you just drew. So we want it to be that little wavy line with the cursor, and you click, and then you can type your path, and there you go. So you can then move this. Notice the path itself disappears, but the text will be wrapped around the path of the shape that you just drew. Now to add layer styles to type, you do the exact same thing that you would with any other layer. Is you go up to layer in your top menu here and scroll down to layer style. If you just click on any of them, it'll open up the box that you can then add, for example, a shadow, making sure your preview box is click there, and then you can mess with the settings here for the shadow. By the way, you can also do that with your text that you have the clipping mask on. Go to the text layer with the clipping mask, so not the clipping mask layer, but the text layer, and same thing. And this time I'm going to access it over here under the options in the layers window here. And you go down to blending options, and again you can apply a shadow, and that will affect that layer as well. And that's all I'm going to show you in Type today. Be sure to work through the rest of the chapter to find out the other cool things you can do with Type in Photoshop. Thanks a lot.